Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. This is Ann, author of HiddenFarmLife.com. We are gearing up for our first ewes who are about to lamb in just about a week from today. And it's the end of February when I'm filming this. I think the goats want to say hi. Hi Molly, Ebony, Squishy, and Snoopy over there. I thought I would take you guys along with me. It's been a minute since we have been in the barn together, and I need to go check everybody. I don't know if you can hear in the background the little babies, the Nigerian dwarf babies that I do a lot of shorts, daily shorts, and they scream when they hear us. So I don't know if you can hear, that's Echo. She's appropriately named, by the way. We're gonna go into the barn and see what's happening and give you a peek at everybody right now. So here are the Iust Friesians, and I'm in the barn. It's gonna be noisy. They think I'm gonna feed them right now. I've given a few of them a snack so they'll be quiet. Hopefully you can hear me. This is Ginny and this is Enid. They are Iust Friesians, which is a larger breed. They are a dairy breed. And for whatever reason, Ginny likes to go down on her knees. I've given them something, it's super nutrient and dense. It's called chaff hay. You can see it's that really dark stuff. It smells super, super sweet. I believe it has molasses in it. We're giving this to them. It's towards the end of their pregnancy, and we want to make sure that they go into lambing being super, super healthy. So we have scheduled another vet well check for everybody, since pretty much everybody, we have a few lifers. Dahlia, there's about 3 old girls and 1 young ewe that I can think of who are not bred, because we chose specifically not to breed them. Everybody else, all the other girls are pregnant, so, or hopefully so. So we want to make sure everybody's doing well. These Iust Friesian girls are due, like I said, in about a week from when I'm filming this, and this is towards the end of February, and the other girls are due in about a month from that. So let's just go around and I'll talk to everybody and you guys can come along. This is the main pen that we have them in. They are not confined in here. This is Giggles. She is one of the yearlings who I did not breed. I didn't feel like she was ready. She had a little bout with parasites last year, and I wanted her to be fully healthy and bounce back. So I'm not breeding. I didn't breed her last fall. I will breed her probably this coming spring for a fall baby. And this is our oldest girl, Carly. They are sweet girls. I don't know if you remember, we had lost Carly's sister, Charlotte, right before the winter started. So all these other girls it's a mix of adult girls, and there are some yearlings in here, not many. These are mostly adult girls. And yes, Giggles, I know. Giggles usually gets a treat from me of a little bit of chaff hay. We use round bales because it's much easier to feed a large amount of sheep. This way they waste less. Their bedding is mainly straw. There is obviously going to be some hay loss, but we use these round bales, and we wrap the cattle panels around them, and then that's how we get the netting off. And they can fit through these the panels in the cattle panel. I'll zoom in if you can see. She's got her head all the way in there, and that's great because they can get right to that core. They like the core of the hay, so they keep going and going and going until the whole thing is gone. And that's great because then we just, roll another one in. But they have access to the outside. I like to keep this store halfway closed, especially in the winter time. I like the air circulation, but I don't want them to get like wet or anything, so they can come in here. And then they do have access to, I don't know if it's too bright, you can't see out there, but out there is the barnyard, and they can go all over out there. And yes, Giggles, she will follow me everywhere. So this is everybody, and it's the middle of the afternoon, so everybody's kind of lazing around. They take their afternoon naps, and this is pretty much what they do during the day. So in this pen, these two little troublemakers, this is Echo, the screamer, and this is Clarice. They love to run all over the farm when they are allowed to run free. And they're just tiny little babies. They're Nigerian dwarfs, so I don't let them run freely. I like to keep them penned up so I know where they are. And in the back is Miss Velvet. She needed to be isolated as well for a foot injury, so we're keeping her back there and comfortable with these little babies. And they love to climb all over the place. Echo especially will jump out and she will climb. This isn't nearly as high as it usually is. This is currently about 12 feet, and Echo will go up here and jump down, which of course gives Mama a heart attack, but she will do that, and then she'll run along the straw, and then she'll run along, and she runs everywhere. So she just thinks that's great fun. So we have to make some preparations for these girls to have their lambs. Ginny is such a lover. Oh my gosh, I love this girl. She is the size of a small pony, but she is so incredibly sweet. She loves her individual attention, and Enid wasn't super friendly when we got her, but she's warming up. But Ginny's always been a lover, and she just loves and adores her attention. So we are going to go inside and go through our lambing bins, which are basically bins that I keep for all of our lambing supplies, towels, you know, everything that we could need during lambing. We want to organize them and make sure that we have everything. So we have about, like I said, about a week. So now is the time for me to go through all of that and make sure that we have everything that we need. We will bring those bins out here to the barn, and we will be able to have everything at hand so that we don't have to run around like chickens with our head cut off. Where's this? Where's this? Hi, Ginny. She is the sweetest doll, I'm telling you. She is so incredibly sweet. So I am going to go do that. And also I wanted to tell you, this whole big pen back here, I don't know if it's too sunny for you to see it, the whole big pen where everybody is, we're gonna rearrange this entire barn. Our barn is very, very flexible space. We create space as we need it, and we are going to break it down into individual lambing jugs and have everybody have their own little, basically like their own little apartment for lambing. So we're going to be doing that in the next week or so, especially for these girls. We'll probably just, their pen is pretty big, so we will probably just divide their pen up for them, and so that they have their own separate and private space. And Bet may stay where she is right now because that's a pretty nice pen. But let's go inside and go over those bins and see what we have and what we need. So this is our other group of ewes that we have at another farm. They're currently eating their grain in the barn. We like to put it in this hay feeder so that everybody, you can see they line up on both sides. This is a pretty large one. And then we have another small one back there. This way they can all have access to the grain at the same time. They have minerals over here, and they have access out here to this whole pasture up there, and they have a round bale down there. So they are doing well. And again, all of these girls, knock on wood, are also pregnant, and they will be due right around the same time a month from now. So we are going to be super, super busy. So this got really long, so I'm going to put it in 2 parts, and you'll have to stay tuned next week for part 2 of what goes into the lambing bin. So stay tuned.